finally finished with that. Maybe I ought to start making time crystals. Now I have a now those take oh boy, I'm gonna be doing this again. Okay, well those take 20 coal, and I think they also take another particle accelerator. Yeah, they take particle accelerator to make diamonds, and then you convert the diamonds into time crystals using a thing called a converter, which I haven't really built yet. Never built one of those. First things first, though, as soon as I get the chance, I'm going to see if I have enough, let me see here. Okay, I can't make a particle accelerator until I have 25 fused modular frames. I have 38 of them, so there we go. Okay, so I can build one of these, especially since I picked up some supercomputer to use it at Precipice Deuterium. And here, though, I'm going to need radio controllers, which also, well, I'm not going to go down there and grab some because I calculate that factory is only going to make the nuclear pasta for Phase 5. Instead, what I ought to do is, well, I need to restock a few things anyway. So, let's see, how many computers do I have? I know I put some in, but I wanted to make it like a round number. So I got 38 computers. Okay, I should have enough, although again, I'm going to need aluminum casings. So I'll have to go to Prime Element Aluminum and grab some, just to make some radio control units. I wonder, maybe I ought to have a factory for those too. I've already got one for supercomputers. There's one thing I'd like to point out while I'm thinking about it. There's this one milestone that requires 10,000 simple iron plates. Well, I'm going to find out exactly how many iron plates this is. I'm using the impure copper node, or sorry, the impure iron node here to make his iron plates as quickly as possible. In fact, I overclocked it to double what it takes out, and then the rest, well, that's just built to make iron plates out of it. So I have an entire industrial storage container here. Let me just switch my milestone over to the last one, peak efficiency. I'm going to need a lot of aluminum plating for this too. Okay. 9,600. Not something I was expecting. But it does mean that I can complete the iron plate requirement of this sooner than I thought, and when this factory is finished, like a second time, when the industrial storage container is full again, I can just shut the whole darn thing down, because that industrial storage container contains a lot of iron plates. See, I'm up to 148 of them already, and I only need like 2 more stacks of them. Wait a second. I got enough, like right here. Just take all these. them to this. I'll let this thing run because I know I need iron plates. They're a very basic component, but... well... there you have it. 10,000 iron plates. And I'll just switch this back to quantum encoding. Of course, now the only problem I got... the next thing I got to worry about is... 5,000 alkylate aluminum sheeting. But I suppose that's a story for another day. I just realized something. 5,000 units of alkylate aluminum sheeting. It's not that much at all. I mean, think about all that iron, all those iron plates. 9,600 of them in an industrial storage container. Half of 9,600 is 4,800. Plus 200, that's 5,000. 5,000 units of alkylate aluminum sheeting can fit comfortably inside here. In fact, I have more than that right now. So while I'm thinking about how big these numbers are and aren't, I'm going to switch the milestone back, drop off these 5,000, maybe deposit the rest, and then get started making those time crystals, which I keep saying I'm going to do and then not doing. Okay. Switching milestones to peak efficiency. Selecting this milestone. Depositing. Yeah, see, I got some left over. I so want that how to encode quantum stuff. It's just so cool, you know what I mean? I mean, you put quantum in front of things, they sound so bizarre, delightfully bizarre. Quantum angular movement, or quantum angular momentum, quantum theory, quantum leap. Come to think of it, that TV show wasn't all that bad in 1989 and 1994. Now I have no idea. Okay, so particle accelerators. Yeah, I can put one down. Go to the pure coal node. The one that I never really did anything with, although I think I meant to do it. But it was miles from anywhere. Well, bit of an exaggeration, but it was in kind of a middle of nowheresville place, so I didn't bother with it. Oh, by the way, it's on the same island as Precipice Caterium. Or should I say it's on the same precipice? I can't seem to remember where exactly it is on this place. But I'll tell you one thing, it's on the edge of the island. Yeah, of this island. Okay, I don't remember where this is, so I'm going to scan for coal. And it should show up, like, immediately. Yeah, it's this way. I've forgotten the island goes this far. going to build the accelerator just yet. Oh, fart. Hang on a minute. I can take on worse than, well, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that I can take that thing on in my sleep, but it's still not as hard as it seems. Where would I put the particle accelerator? Is there enough room to put it and at least one converter here? Footprint does the miner make? I'm not even sure what miner I'm going to use on this. But I would like to put the machinery nearby where the node is, for practical reasons. I'm going to... This is not an even surface by any stretch of the imagination. Ironically, if I didn't have to mine coal, well, I could put it down somewhere here. It actually does look like I can get away with putting it on nearby. Or at least near-ish by. Is there enough clearance? Yes, I can hear that. It's like right there. Well, blow me down. I guess old habits die hard. No idea what that loop of the accelerator is going to do to the tree there. Okay, I can look for power slugs some other time. I had no idea what the footprint of this was like until I started wandering around in it. 600, my goodness. 600 a minute. If that sounds familiar, it's probably because it is familiar. This is why I wanted a pure coal node in the first place. Now, can I afford a Mark III? The answer, surprisingly, is yes, technically speaking. I just need to make another one of those hideously annoying portable miners, the one I never seem to have enough of, because I never really have enough of them. So yeah, this takes 600 a minute, and thank goodness I stocked up on aluminum sheeting, because without it I would be stuck. Put this here. Switch to the Mark V. Don't forget to overclock this enough so that it puts out 600 a minute. I could do this with the Mark II, but that would cost more in terms of power shards. Does it need anything else or just the coal? It's just the coal. Okay. It outputs diamonds at 30 a minute. Now, the output of this thing is way back here. 30 diamonds a minute. That's class 1. That's just the Mark 1 stuff. I'm just scouting a location for the converter. Unfortunately, I have no idea. Oh my goodness, I did keep that bridge intact. I thought I demolished it when I couldn't find it. But no. Okay. How big of a footprint does this thing have? It's a big-ish footprint. I mean, it's not a monster-sized footprint, but... well, it's big, and... the surface is uneven. So I'm going to use the conveyor lift. Go up here. Put down a... yeah, there we go. Shame I can't move these boulders. Or explode them. That I know of. Anyway, converter. It's got 2 inputs. I'm going to be using one of them. I do not want it to be stuck in like a rock thing. I suppose a little bit of that is acceptable for practical purposes. Okay, and now for the crystals of... wait a minute. Cool, you can actually convert stuff into other stuff. Make bauxite out of deuterium or copper, provided you have the strange alien matter to do it. Then there's fixite. You need ingots and... well, I'm kind of balking at using aluminum for this. Aluminum just takes too much. I guess as long as I have some fixite. I ought to start thinking about that. Hello? 12 a minute. Well, I am in no mood to overclock stuff, so let me think here. 12 a minute. If I want to put 2 of these converters down, that would make it 24 a minute. If I could underclock this thing so that it doesn't use as much power. It only makes 480. It only needs 480 a minute. And that changes quite a lot. First off, I don't need to overclock this miner. Second, if I remember correctly, Mark 4 conveyor belts transport up to 480 a minute, so I can easily replace this with a Mark 4. Although those are made out of encased industrial beams, and but I guess those are easier to make than aluminum sheeting. You can really zip around on this thing. Of course, the Mark 1 will stay as it is. The problem is, I'm gonna need another. Well, the first thing I'm going to need is more room for conveyor belts, so I'm going to have to dismantle this thing and put it someplace else. A little bit further back. And again, not embedded into the rock. Unless I... make full use of the third dimension. There we go. And the fact that you can hang mergers and splitters off of the ends of these conveyor lifts. Like this. Now let me see if I can blow me down. I can get away with doing that. Usually when the conveyor belt kinks into that shape, it means that, well, it's an invalid shape. But this time, that's not the case. Let's program this thing for time crystals. Surprisingly enough, it doesn't need any strange alien matter. Now, can I put down another one of these? No, I need more of both radio receivers and fuse modular frames. I'm gonna have to come back here. This is on the same island as Precipice Caterium, so it's not that far. Well, now I have enough materials to make another converter. So I'm going to put this down next to the first. I'm afraid I had to cut that little tree down. Fortunately, I don't have to cut any larger ones down. Oh wait, before I do that, I ought to yeah, I suppose I could sneak a conveyor belt in there. Alright. So if I were to put the converter in about this, in roughly the same place, or the same position horizontally, and vertically apparently, then I ought to be able to where does this come out? Okay, yeah. I should be able to sneak a conveyor belt out of this one and merge it with the one next to it. I hope. So I'm going to aim the conveyor merger this way. This isn't going to be all that simple, is it? Because of how much space there, should I say, isn't. But there is a solution. This one. And then I'll put the conveyor merger I guess here. Yeah, this one. And then, yeah, it may not look it, but this is actually an overpass, or an overhanging rock, so, yeah, I thought I might be able to do that. Then stick another conveyor lift here. Yeah, there we go. It's an incredibly sneaky way of doing things, but I did it anyway. Although I might need to move those conveyor lifts a bit up a little bit. I don't know. Maybe not. So around the tree and connected in here. And finally, let's put industrial storage box here. Okay, no, it's that can very well. It's going to be too steep. What if I instead made it go this way? Yeah, there we go. That works. Speaking of working, what are our power requirements here? It's 800 for the converters, and 750 plus 800, that's 1,550. And the Mark III miner brings that up to about an even 1,600. And you wondered why I wanted to start making more power. Well, my hands were kind of tied. So, let's see. One Mark II power pole. That over to here, there, there. I know I want to put a switch down too, just so that I can turn this thing on and off if I need to. Okay. And there. Now there's a high tension line over there. Maybe I ought to string that over here. And then connect that to the other side of the switch. Now I can view the grid. That little fluctuation up there is the geyser acting. So the peel might be a little. Okay, so I'm getting about. Well, rounding up, I'd say 4,400 megawatts out of a possible 89, 8800. Yeah, I should be able to pull this off. So,